now, 6'1", from Chicago, Illinois, your host for the Give and Go Hoop Show, Low Battle. Alright, what's up? What's up, ball fans? What's up? We're back talking about the typical thing that everybody is talking about, the Miami Heat. Okay, now everybody's ready to jump off the bandwagon because the Heat have shown who they really are. A collection of players that are just out there rolling the ball out and seeing if they can get it done. I'm going to go ahead and talk to you from a different angle as usual. I almost can't contain myself because I'm ready to jump all over ESPN, but that's another story. First and foremost, they went out and they got Mike Bibby. I felt that that was an excellent pickup, picking up Mike Bibby. You know, but I kind of agree with what everybody else has said as well, that, you know, what good is it to get Bibby if you're going to treat him the exact same way that you treated Mario Chalmers, the same way that you treated, you know, you treat Eddie House, the same way that you treat all the other guards on the team. I can understand treating the other guards on the team like that, but the truth of the matter is, you pick up a point guard and let the point guard play his position. That's the problem. One of the problems with the Miami Heat is they won't allow their players to play their position. Granted, I know Magic Johnson back in the day when he won his first championship played all 5 positions and led the Lakers to a championship. But LeBron, you got to quit trying to play all the freaking positions of the team. You want to bring the ball up. You want to facilitate. You want to take the big shot. You want to go to the basket. You want to shoot the threes. You want to make the spectacular plays. You want to do all, I mean, granted, I get it. You're a great player. But you have to learn, as Michael Jordan learned, to trust your players, dude. You know, Bibby has something that you've never obtained. It's called a championship. When he was at the University of Arizona, as a freshman, he led his team, they say it was Miles Simons, but he led his team to a championship. And that's the difference between him and you. He has what they call a championship pedigree. He knows what it is to win at a high level. Then you have another player on the team with a championship pedigree. I know we kind of forgot about him. His name is Dwayne Wade. But it's the same thing. Dwayne Wade is almost faded out in the background, pale in comparison to LeBron James. Just as I predicted, I mean, it's funny because now everybody's talking about this stuff. If you go back to the Give and Go Hoop Show #1, the first show I ever done, when I was talking about the Big Two, you'll see what I meant about Miami. I was preaching it back then, and now everybody's catching on. Good for you. So the problem is Dwayne Wade gave up the team. You know, because LeBron James clearly is a superior player to him. Dwayne Wade's no slouch, but LeBron James is like one of the best players, if not the best player in the NBA. But Dwayne got something you ain't got. It's called a ring. And see, and that's the problem. Until he's willing to accept the fact that he's the best player on the team, but he's surrounded by also some great players who have won championships in their life other than high school, they're going to struggle. All the time, you got to learn to trust them. Like I said, Bibby, everybody's talking about his defense and this, that, and the other. The boy knows how to play point guard. And that's what they need to allow him to do. And the quicker they get that, the better they are off, you know, when it comes to that. So people wondering why they haven't beat any top tier teams. Well, that's the reason. It's because they don't have a floor general to direct them, i.e. Chauncey Billups, championship point guard who's leading the Knicks right now. And the other thing is, coach, what you going to do now? Eric Spoelstra, what are you going to do now? See, this is what happens when you give up the power to the players because you wanted to save your job, which Pat Riley said he wasn't going to fire you, but then again, you never know how that goes. So you freaking gave up your power. In other words, you told them, do this, and then y'all can run whatever plays you want. Why? Because LeBron James was running whatever plays he wanted in the first freaking place. And so since he was doing that, that's what ended up costing you controlling your team. So now you need to get back with LeBron James, Mr. Coach, and you need to ask him, what would he like to do now? Because see, ultimately what happens in a league of professionals, you can only play street ball for so long. You can only get by on talent for so long. And eventually you're going to have some half-court sets. And you're going to have some real plays. And you're going to have to really have a structured team to win an NBA championship, which you obviously haven't figured out yet. Yeah, you can get through the regular league, which is what he did when he was in Cleveland as well. He got through the regular season with pure talent and just, doing his thing. But when it comes down to money time, if your team is not disciplined, which is what plays are, disciplined, you're not going to win. Now I'm going to just close out with this. ESPN, go to hell. Why? Because way back when, of course, I was telling you San Antonio, just because they wasn't sexy, nobody wanted to pay attention to them. Now all of a sudden you look at TV, they want to break the Spurs down and talk about how great they are and all this. That's what happens when you freaking ride the bandwagon. You're just as bad as the typical fan who just jumps on the flavor of the month. Now you want to get on there and you want to talk about how great the Spurs been good all year. And now all of a sudden, after they wax Miami ass, now all of a sudden you want to get on their bandwagon. So whatever, maybe you can get with them and put a Spurs index up, because the Heat index ain't working too well. Anyway, may all your jump shots hit the bottom of the net. Like, love, and hoop forever. Peace.